Rolando Romero, the new welterweight 147-pound champion, challenges David the Mexican Monster Benavidez and Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao. Rolly did a live video on social media and he stated that he wanted to fight Manny Pac-Man Pacquiao and David Benavidez, and he does not want any other fighter in between. It's either only Manny Pacquiao or the Mexican Monster. Now, I only believe half because David Benavidez fights at 175 and Rolando Romero fights at 147. The only one that I believe is the Manny Pacquiao fight because that one is going to be taking place at 147. And Manny Pacquiao has a fight with Mario Barrios at 147. And I am pretty sure he means only if Pac-Man beats Barrios. But this is Manny Pacquiao we're talking about. Even if Barrios beats Pacquiao, I'm pretty sure Rolly will still want to fight Manny Pacquiao next. As we all know, Manny Pacquiao is a legend, and I believe he is the only 8-weight division champion ever. I might be mistaken, but I believe he is the only one, as most fighters only do 3 to 5 max. So this is how great Manny Pacquiao is. Even though he is a very great fighter and a special fighter at that, Father Time has always been undefeated. I think Father Time only went to a draw against Bernard Hopkins. So we all know Manny Pacquiao is way out of his prime, but I believe he was special enough to actually still have some skills and some movement and to make the fight fun and competitive against most fighters, even if they are young. But as for Manny Pacquiao actually beating a young Manuel Barrios that's also a champion, I really don't think so. And I also think Rolly can also beat Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao just been out of the ring for a very long time, and the last time we see Manny Pacquiao in a professional fight, he did lose against Ugas. But Ugas was a last-minute replacement for Errol the True Spence Jr. But Ugas put the beat down on Manny Pacquiao. Pac-Man took such a beating that his wife had to feed him through a straw. So Manny Pacquiao did not look that good in that fight, and Manny Pacquiao has only been fighting in exhibitions and against kickboxers, and he has not been looking that good in those fights either. So it's a good possibility that Manny Pacquiao will not even make it through Mario Barrios, but if he does, Rolly Romero wants to fight Manny Pacquiao next. I have a good feeling that Rolly Romero is not gonna make any fight until Manny Pacquiao and Mario Barrios fight, and he's gonna challenge the winner. Whoever wins that fight is gonna be for unification. Say Manny Pacquiao actually pulls up the upset and beats the young Barrios, it's gonna be Manny Pacquiao versus Rolly Romero for unification. And if Barrios wins, it's gonna be Rolly versus Barrios for unification. But I really do not think Manny Pacquiao is gonna make it through Barrios. He is just too young and he's been inactive. But Manny Pacquiao in his prime and at his best, he will make short work out of Mario Barrios and Rolly Romero. Now, no disrespect to Rolly Romero and Mario Barrios. These are really good fighters. I'm just saying that Manny Pacquiao at his best was a great fighter, a special fighter. And not just any fighter could be Manny Pacquiao at his best. Now, as for Rolly calling out David the Mexican Monster Benavidez, you don't hear that at all. It's just Rolly calling out David Benavidez. And I applaud Rolly for that. He's doing what other fighters are not doing. He's calling out the Mexican Monster, even though the Mexican Monster is gonna beat the living ish out of Rolly. If Rolly fights David Benavidez, that will be the end of Rolly's career. That will be Rolly's last fight. True, picture this. Say Manny Pacquiao, Rolly Romero, and Mario Barrios jump David Benavidez. I believe David Benavidez will still come out on top. David Benavidez does not get tired and he is very fast. He is as fast as Manny Pacquiao, but 3 times the size. It's very rare when a bigger guy is almost as fast or faster than the smaller fighters. There are 3 fighters that just came into my head that are extremely fast, and it looks it's gonna be David Haymaker Hay, Muhammad Ali, and David Benavidez. Usually when somebody is big, they're pretty slow, and the bigger you are, usually the slower you get. And the bigger you are, usually you hit harder. But there are exceptions like Iron Mike Tyson. Iron Mike was only 5'11", I believe. and he was knocking out fighters that were like 6'5", 300 pounds almost. I really do hope Rolly is just joking about fighting David Benavidez, because I'm a fan of Rolly, and I believe if Rolly fights Benavidez, he will end his career, or he will not be the same fighter ever again. And I believe Rolly is good for the sport of boxing, because there's a lot of casual fans of boxing that know Rolly. Like my brother and my cousins, they're not really hardcore boxing fans, but they all know Rolly. If the fight does happen, what weight class would it be? Because Rolly just moved up to 147 and Benavidez just moved up to 175 from 168. I believe Rolly will probably want a catch weight, but I really do not think this fight will happen, and you could expect a fat Rolly and a skinny David Benavidez. Who do you guys think will win, David Benavidez or Rolly? But guess what, guys? I ain't the biggest, I'm the baddest, and if you want to hop on your boy, throw $1 at the super thing. I gotta roll. Peace.
I shook up the world! I shook up the world! I shook up the world!